What's going on, guys? Today, I think we're just gonna rant about Magic. I've been watching a few videos, and I think we need to talk. So I've got a list of a few things we're gonna talk about today, right? So kind of just hang out, chill. Let's rant about some Magic, okay? I'll give you a little idea of what's on today's agenda. Um, Dividing the players, formats, and universes beyond. Broken promises, reserve list, collector boxes, lore slash IP, and what can you do? Now, the first topic, dividing the players. Man, I'll tell you, there's one guy on this planet that I probably disagree with literally everything he says. Not literally everything, but almost everything. I probably disagree with everything politically wise about it. I probably disagree with 99% of what this person says. But there's 1% that I could not agree with more. And that person is Tolarian Community College. Funny enough. Um, but man, when that guy talks about like the soul of Magic and just how like deflated he looks when it comes to like um, what is it, secret layers and just universes beyond, I could not agree with him anymore. I feel that man's burden, and I haven't even been playing Magic as long as him, right? But I agree with almost everything he has to say about just the vibe and lore of Magic, right? And I've made thousands of videos where I've complained about Magic needing to make an animated series or anything, right? So for the first topic, as far as dividing the players, I think that's we need to kind of hone in on what exactly we're saying, right? When we say dividing the players. Now, we're not talking about the divide that already exists when it comes to players, collectors, investors, whatever have you, right? No. So we already have that divide right now, right? Like there's already those three categories, we'll say, right? Player, investor, collector. But what Magic has gone and done is it's gone in and honed in on just one group, the players, and it's dividing just that group, right? And that's why I think it's such a bigger detriment. Like, in my opinion, I need to stop saying like so much. With Pokemon, for example, you've just got the one format essentially. There's in rotation, out of rotation, however, right? You could say there's different formats, but essentially everyone's playing the one version of Pokemon. Now, when it comes to Magic, I know I'm going to get this is probably what's going to again divide the community so much. I personally think that them catering to Commander so much destroyed the game. It's destroyed the competitive scene, the pro scene. Um, I think Commander is fine, but I don't think you as the I think you as a company should focus on your one format and have that format be perfected instead of like, oh well, this is a Commander product, this is a standard product, this is a modern product, this is a product. Like the format, like pop, all these formats can exist. That's fine, but you as a company need to say this is our format. This is what we do at all the tournaments, at all the this, the da da da. This is it. Um, and I guess I won't touch on it too much here because I'm gonna leave it for the collector box section. But the whole willy nilly with draft, play, set, regular. What? Stop! What are you doing? Just stop. Um, do you see Pokemon having to make 50? No, you're it. And again, this is stuff that's already been like. There's this topic has probably been beaten like a dead horse or whatever the saying is, right? Like everyone knows that this was a terrible. Like again, I'm trying to just be the outside perspective, right? Like let me let me be very clear. I'm not like some guy holding head. Like I'm not some guy who just went all in on vintage, and I'm upset. Vintage is like it's dude. Vintage is like maybe 5% of like my collectings, right? Like my collectible holdings. I'm just purely someone. It's like the same thing with anime. I don't know. Maybe I'm like an old soul or something. I can't stand anime anymore, right? But oh, do I have it? I don't think I have it over here. But vintage anime and like vintage manga, like when I say vintage, I'm like, 70s, 80s, early 90s. I think that is some of the greatest anime or like animated like media, like that is some of the greatest graphic novels, the greatest stories ever told is like manga and anime from the 70s, 80s, and early 90s. And so maybe that's just like my nostalgia. That's like my aesthetic that I'm just attached to. But when you see games like Sorcery, it makes like it if anyone's not familiar, Sorcery, it's a phenomenal game and it's all hand painted art and it's a lot of old magic artists. And I wonder again, this isn't format, so I've already gone off way off topic, so I'll stop and I'll get back on topic. But there's no care or love for the art anymore. It's all AI. It's all digital. I can't stand digital art. I mean, there's good digital art, right? There's good digital art. Like there's an amazing CG effect. Like that stuff can be beautiful. But something about hand painted art where like someone made it with their hand. Like you're like, how did somebody? How? Like look at these cards. Like just like how? Like what? Someone. Anyway. Okay. So format. There's too many formats. Sorry if you can tell I go on tangents a lot. There's too many formats, in my personal opinion. So, you disagree with this. This video is for me to just get my thoughts out and just please tell me how dumb and wrong I am in the comments. I will fully accept and take that. Gosh, we're already 7 minutes in, man. This is gonna be a long one, guys. Okay, Universes Beyond. And again, I'm gonna have to save. You know what? We might just have to get into the lore IP. We'll get into the lore IP part here. It's not a bad idea. The problem is when it becomes your only when it become like there guys like there's got to be other people who see the connection of like Hasbro and then like what they did to like Monopoly Risk. They're just doing the same thing. They're just taking their game format and licensing it out to different. That's the same thing they did with Risk and all those other board games and and maybe it's not. I don't know if they own Monopoly, whatever. But you know what I mean? Those board games. Here's a question for you guys: who gives a beep about any of those board games anymore? No one. No one cares. And that's where I see Magic going. It's just gonna become where you have the Final Fantasy set, you have the whatever set, and because that IP is a hot IP, it's gonna do well, and the people who love that IP are gonna collect it, but they have zero interest in any of the other sets. It's so short sighted. There's a part of me that almost thinks that like 5 years from now, it's all Universes Beyond. 2 or 3 years from now, it's all Universes Beyond. Magic's just no one cares, and it's like they have themselves to blame because they tried to rekindle the nostalgia with Magic 30, but they $1,000 like good one. And we'll get into the whole broken promises, right? Like they have made so many mistakes over the last 5 years I couldn't even tell you how many years it's been. Uh, I'll tell you guys this when it comes to the lore. I got into Magic when it was like about 4 or 5 months before Dominaria United came out, and I started watching like the Magic Historian. Like, I got into super into like the Magic lore because I was like, all right, I want like I don't know, I'm a lore guy, right? Like, I'm a nerd, I'm a loser, I'll admit it, right? Like, whatever, like. And Dominaria came, and I was like super excited, and then now I feel like no one like. I feel like you could go to, if you went to like 10 LGSs, like how many people would like actually know like who Urza or Mish like or any of that like would like, and it's not that you even need them to, but it's good. Like think about Warhammer. Like, I just think about Warhammer. I've never played a single game of Warhammer tabletop in my life. Never will. But I've painted figures, I've played video games, I've read the books. That that's what you like. And maybe that's like not what Magic was interested in. Maybe like they only cared about the game format. But that's not what do you think, like, think about how many other millions of tabletop games have, I don't know why I'm holding a pen. How many other like tabletop games have come and gone, but Warhammer stayed. And it's so good that like Magic wants its IP. Like, why can't Magic have such a good IP that they make video games about Magic like they do Warhammer? Like, Warhammer literally has carried Total Warhammer, the video game, that like franchise. It's carried it for like the last like I don't know however many years. It's like the highest selling Total War game ever. Like, not even close. So when I just see Magic abandoning their IP, essentially their intellectual property, their lore, I don't. It doesn't bode well for the long term. Is my point. It doesn't bode well. They don't. Again, I bring up this thing 1,000 times. You could just pull like a picture of Pikachu and show it to 90% of the world, and they'd be like, "Oh, that's," they'd be like, "I the Pokemon Pikachu." They would know, right? Like, they may not be able to illustrate like fully, but they would know, right? They would see it and they would know. There's nothing in Magic like maybe the Black, like, you there's nothing in Magic where you could just take it worldwide, show it, maybe the Black Lotus, right? But no one cares about the Black, like, it's not even a thing anymore. That's not a thing, right? So like the one thing that people would know from Magic is like maybe the Black Lotus, right? That you could show. And even then, I don't think, like, I think if you showed people just a painting of the Black Lotus with none of the card bit around it, they'd be like, it's a painting. Like, they wouldn't know it's the Magic Black Lotus, right? So again, I don't know. I think if you just look at how well Pokemon has navigated, I mean, it's literally the largest IP in the world, right? Like, and that's why I think that's why why Pokemon works so well. Anyway, so that's Universes Beyond. Sorry, look at me going on tangents. What did I even talk about Universes Beyond? I don't know if it's healthy for the game long term. I don't know if it's healthy long term. That's all I'll say. I love Lord of the Rings. I love things that fit it. I don't think I have it on here, but it's like secret layers. It's not good. Do you see Pokemon doing secret layers? No. All right. Broken promises. I'm not gonna get too in specific in the weeds. Like, if you want to like look into this stuff, you can. No one really cares, right? Mark Rosewater. Who's this guy, and why does he still have a blog? Someone needs to take this guy's keyboard away. I don't know why this guy's allowed to even type anything on the internet. As far as I'm concerned, this guy's a buffoon, a moron. Um, Again, I don't really know anything about. All I see is him writing stupid blogs and then being contradicted like 2 months later, and just him basically just talking out of his ass, not having any idea what like. And I get it, right? Like, he's probably maybe not in control, okay, well then don't talk. Like if you don't have control over things, don't act like you do. Again, I don't really care. I just think it's funny that this $1 billion company allows this guy to talk, and he just keeps saying stupid shit that ends up like he said, Universes Beyond would never be in standard. Bro, it's all Universes Beyond. Like so just don't. And that's why like again they just keep shooting themselves in the foot. They just need to shut up. They just need to stop talking. Um, you guys look like idiots. Um, that's all I'm gonna say about that. I mean, it's just like you're a joke. Um, reserve list. Does anyone care about the reserve list? Does anyone care? Probably not. Does anyone even care about art anymore? Probably not. Collector boxes. Here's something you guys probably didn't expect to hear. I still don't know how I feel about collector boxes. I again, I think that's why Pokemon's so pure, so perfect. It's one box. It's one pack. There's supplementary products, but it's one pack. You're saying, and here's the thing too with Pokemon, right? Is I bet you can still build a competitive Pokemon deck cheaper than a competitive Magic deck because Pokemon knows how to do like three different versions of one card, right? So like, yeah, if you want to bling your deck out, it's gonna be expensive, right? But if you just want the basic version of a card, bro, the most expensive EXs get to like $5-10 a card, and you're gonna have four of them in your deck, right? And they're usually, let's be honest, they're usually $5 to $8 a card for the expensive EXs, basic versions. So, and yes, I know that they'll get 10, 15 sometimes, but still, that's nothing compared to like basic $60-$70 Magic cards, right? Like Shieldred uh was like a base $60 card from Dominaria United, and you want four of those in your deck, right? That's what, 240 right there. So, just for four cards. So, I don't want to hear anything about how, oh well, the collector boxes, it enables the players to get cheaper cards. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. All it does is make, again, you're just chunking. Oh, I have to hold the pen. You're just chunking off, like it's a pie, and you're just chunking off different pieces for different bits of money to flow to. So like I just but like again, Rudy's probably talked about this a million times. So if you watch Rudy, you already whatever. You already know most of this stuff. And again, I don't even, right? Like someone's gonna be like, "Oh, he's just mad because no, bro. I haven't lost any. Again, vintage Magic is, when I say it's like it's mostly like my hobby. Like I buy cheap vintage Magic because it's so cheap and I love it and I love the art. I'll tell you this: I don't have any Power 9. I don't have any like dual lands. Is the most expensive stuff I have for vintage. Because I just like, again, look at this stuff. Like look at the art. It's so much, like there's. I guess I'll put this, if you're still watching this now somehow. I've been doing a series where we're going through every card from Revised, because Revised has like a bit of Arabian Nights and whatever's after Arabian Nights. It's not Legends. There's one in between it. Um, so this is actually all the cards we're doing right now. We're going A through Z, and I'm going through like the lore, the history of the art, appreciating the artist, and all of that because I don't know. I love the art. Where are we on? Look at me. See, this is all it is tangents. Um, again, sorcery. I'm doing sorcery art as well. Go check out if you actually like sorcery. Now, some of you would say, why should we care about vintage? Why should we care about the reserve list? Like, good, let it all burn. It should game pieces. Um, I'm not saying like. Do you notice I didn't talk about price at all really once in this? Because it's not about the money. It's about keeping the legacy and the enjoyment of hand created art and more more simpler times. where it wasn't, 7 sets in a year, just slowing down. Like, this is what I would challenge you to. I don't even care if you do proxies. Don't like proxy like the power not. Don't proxy the cheap stuff. Go buy and appreciate the, like, seriously, like, most, like, if you even, like, I'm not even saying you have to do like alpha beta. Just go get revised. Literally almost everything besides dual lands. Like, revised doesn't even have power 9 in it. Besides like the dual lands and a few other cards, all the revised cards are super cheap. And then just proxy the power 9s or something. I don't care. But go play, like, create like I don't know what the format's called. Here I am making more formats, dividing more people, right? But go play with vintage cards. Have some fun. Appreciate the art. Like, start with, like, just go print off alpha cards and play with alpha, and then print off beta cards. Like, I don't care if you proxy them, but play with them, right? And get to enjoy, learn the cards, talk about the cards. Um, yeah, I don't know. That's all I got, guys. Again, I'm just someone who, I hate to see good stuff just get kind of wasted and turned into what I like. Again, I'm not saying pump anything. Uh, just go appreciate it. Go check it out. Maybe go read some magic books or something. I don't know. Maybe go touch some grass too. I don't know. That works too. Touch grass. But that's all I got, guys. I don't know. Tell me what you think in the comments. I'm just some guy ranting. I don't know anything. Have a good one, guys.